Hi everybody and welcome back to Creative Corner. I'm Miss Megan and I'm excited to be coming to you guys with some more awesome STEM projects to brighten up our dreary winter days. Not that it's been particularly dreary here lately. We've had some nice sunshine and we're having some warmer temperatures right now. So if you are perhaps of the age to also be following along with our story time program, Miss Stephanie and I talked about what lives in cold places this last story time. And one of those things that we discussed was penguins. I think penguins are super cool, they're a lot of fun, and I have some fun penguin projects for you guys today. So our first penguin project is these guys. This is Poppers and this is Poppy, and they are my pop-up penguins. And we are going to make our own pop-up penguin today, and you guys are going to make one at home. They bounce. So these guys are really fun to make. And everything you need is in your kit for these guys except for, as usual, glue. You can use a glue stick, you can also use regular Elmo's glue. We're going to use both and see what happens today. So in your bag you will find a black piece of paper that looks like this, that is your penguin body. You will find 2 black flippers, an orange piece of paper for his feet, an orange beak, 2 googly eyes, because what Miss Megan Creative Corner project is complete without googly eyes, and 4 strips of white cardstock like this. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to take our penguin body and we're going to glue the feet to our penguin. So we're going to grab our trusty glue and we're going to come down here to this bottom part that looks kind of like a tail, and we're going to glue the feet on. Just like this. There's going to be some overlap between the black part and the orange part so that his flippers are on. So because we're going to have the body curve up and around like this, we're going to have it come this way, which means when we glue on our fins like we're about to do, we are going to glue them to this side so that it looks like they are on the bottom when we're all done, just like this. See? Okay, so we're going to do our flippers next. And we're going to put them on right underneath this curvy part, because this part is going to be the head of our penguin. And you can name your penguin whatever you choose. My 2 penguins so far have been Poppers and Poppy. We'll see if we can come up with something equally clever for this guy when he's done. Alright, so we are going to get our 2 flippers on. And we have the beginnings of a penguin popper. Okay, so we're going to set this part aside and we're going to do the middle part, which is the fun part that gives him his bounce and makes him so much fun to play with. These guys have been entertaining me on my desk at the library for about a week now, and they're going to entertain me for even longer. So we're going to take our 4 strips of white paper and we are going to turn them into 2 strips of white paper. So we're going to take 2 at a time. We're going to put some glue on the one end and stick them together. Stick 2 pieces together to make one long strip, like so. And then we're going to do the same with the other 2 pieces. Now we're not trying to glue all 4 pieces together, we're just doing 2 sets of 2 to turn them into 2 long strips. There we go. And once those are together, we're going to take them and we're going to put them at a right angle to each other, like this, so that they cross and make a corner. And we're going to glue them together that way. Ta-da! Alright, now from here, we're going to do some folding. Adult people, you may need to help with this just for a little bit, but I am reasonably certain that all of my fun Creative Corner people can get a hang of it pretty quickly. So you're going to bring this side in and fold it over where the pieces are glued together, and then you're going to just repeat that with the other side, and you're going to keep alternating back and forth, folding the pieces back and forth, back and forth like so, to fold it up accordion style. And that is what is going to give each of our pop-up penguins their bounce. Because what we're doing is making basically a little spring. And it's okay if your folds get a little wonky. Mine always do. Everything gets a little bit wonky here at Creative Corner, and that's okay. We like that. We like uniqueness, and we like doing things our own way. All right, so once you get to the top, we're gonna glue the pieces together just to keep everything nice and compact. And if there's any extra that doesn't fold over quite completely, you can go on and trim that off. So you might need some scissors and an adult person's help. All right, so we're gonna just glue that down, and just like that, we've got our spring for our body. Okay, so we are going to attach the spring to the body of the penguin. We're gonna get some glue onto the penguin near his feet, but it's gonna cross over where the orange and the black combine. So it's gonna be both on his feet and on the main body part, like this. And we're just going to set the spring down right there in the middle of it, because we want some overlap so that he curves around and makes a penguin. And then we're going to put more glue on the very top part of the spring. Just like so. And we're going to wrap him around and push about where his flippers are. Should be lined up with the top of the spring to make his body. Ta-da! Look at that. Okay, so then you can fold the head down just a little bit so that it looks like he's looking at you. We see you. But we don't see you yet, because now we have to finish putting his face on. This is the fun part. All right, I recommend doing the nose next, but that's entirely up to you. Well, it's a beak, not a nose. Beaks and noses are different. So we'll put a little bit of glue at the top of the beak and put it right down there at the bottom of the head. He is really starting to look like a penguin, isn't he? I'm super excited to see you guys penguins. You should definitely send me pictures or bring them into the library and come get some fun books on penguins and show me your penguin pop-up friends. I want to see them. So next, we're gonna glue on our googly eyes, just like normal. Sorry, adult people, these are not peel and stick googly eyes, but that's okay. We're working fine motor skills, which we all need to practice. So we'll put some glue on our googly eyes and put them on our penguin. And you can choose not to put your googly eyes on. You can draw on your penguin if you so choose. It is Creative Corner, where we are all about being unique and using our imagination and our creativity. So your penguin can look however you would like. And ta-da! We have a penguin. Now he's looking at you. So this little pop-up penguin is going to join Poppy and Poppers. Let's see, what should we call him? I think his name will be Popsicle. So we have Poppy, Poppers, and Popsicle the penguin. What have you guys named your penguins? I can't wait to find out. So one of the coolest things, in my opinion, about penguins is the fact that while they have feathers, like most birds that you will see flying through the air, their feathers do something really cool and unique. When penguins get wet, the water does not soak into their feathers like it would soak into fabric or clothing. The water slicks right off of them. And one way to kind of visualize that is with our next project. In your Creative Corner kit, you will also find two of these little penguin dudes that are printed out on just regular paper. They're pretty cute, aren't they? I'm excited about them. So one of your penguins I want you to leave completely plain, just like he is. He's already cut out, he's black and white, there is nothing on him. The other penguin, you guys get to color, and this is where it becomes really important. You need crayons for this, okay? Because otherwise it is not going to work right. So you can take your crayons and you can color your penguin however you choose, whatever colors you want, but you need to cover all of the surface of your penguin in crayon. So I am going to make it easier to see, I'm going to do a gray on his belly. And I'm just going to color him in real quick. Again, we have to make sure we get good coverage with the crayon, or this fun little science experiment that we're about to do will not work. Okay, so I did his belly gray, and I'm going to do his beak and his feet orange. But like I said, you can do these penguins in any colors that you choose as long as you do them in crayon. And you gotta cover every little bit of the paper or it's not gonna work right. You guys are gonna have so much fun with this once it is done correctly. Okay, so we've done his feet and his beak. We need to do the main body of our penguin, and I am going to do him black. All right, and that just leaves the eyes. His eyes need color too. I think this penguin should have green eyes. Okay, so now you have one penguin that is completely uncolored. There is nothing on this penguin. And then you have one penguin that is completely covered in crayon. Now what do you think we're going to do with these penguins? Well, I want to show you guys a little bit of a visual representation of what will happen with a penguin when you get a penguin wet. So we are going to need an adult person's help with this. And you guys are going to need a spray bottle. Now I have water in here and food coloring to turn it blue, and that's just to help you guys be able to see what I'm doing better. So you can do the food coloring at home if your adult people say that's okay, but if not, it will also work with just plain water. So I'm gonna take a paper towel and lay it out on the table just to protect the table back here. And I want you to take both of your penguins and lay them side by side on a surface that you don't mind getting a little bit wet or on a surface that has been protected with a paper towel of some sort. So then adult people, we're going to take our spray bottle, and first we're going to spray the penguin that you have not colored. So your plain paper penguin, we're just going to squirt him. And you see what happens when you squirt him? The water just seeps right in, doesn't it? And he gets all wet, and the paper gets wet, and in this case Miss Megan gets blue dye all over her fingers, but that's okay. Science is sometimes messy. So you can see the way the water seeps into the paper and it gets the paper wet and makes the paper fold. Alright, so now we're going to take our penguins that we have colored on and we're going to squirt some water on it. And look at this. The water just beads and runs right off of it. It doesn't seep into the paper. Did that work with your penguins too? I really hope it did. That means you got the crayon covered on there good. So what is the difference between the penguin that doesn't have any crayon on it and the penguin that does? Well, crayons are made out of wax, and wax is something that repels water, so water just runs right off of it. And the penguin's feathers have special oils that do the same thing. They make it so that water slides right off of the feathers. Ducks are very similar. So this was just a cool, fun little science experiment to show you how different objects can repel water. Some can have water slide right off of them, some have water sink into them, and it's just a lot of fun to play with science. I hope you guys enjoyed your Creative Corner, and I can't wait to see you guys with our next project. Come by and pick up your Creative Corner kits at the Tyrrell County Public Library anytime during our open hours, which are Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. We look forward to seeing you guys, and I want to see your penguins and hear what you named your pop-up penguins. See you guys next time. Bye.